We're going to get into the new big news of the week. The
Yeah.
Big 12 now annually going to move the baseball tournament to Surprise Stadium in Arizona. What does that mean for the state and for the conference?
Well, their tournament has been in either Texas or Oklahoma since its inception in the late 90s. And next year it's going to be in Surprise. There's no timetable. I mean, this is more of a permanent move than a short-term move. I think it really speaks to their desire to, incorporate the new geography. Or they got a tournament home in the heart of spring training in the Four Corners area, right? And we saw that they had their football media event last summer was in Las Vegas. They've got the baseball tournament coming to Arizona next spring. They are having their business meetings actually in Orlando, the home city of UCF. So they're clearly trying to put important events in the new geography, so to speak, and kind of break out. And I think it's smart of them to make the new footprint kind of feel welcome.
Graham Rossini, athletic director, has done a solid job, in my opinion, in this first 365 days. He's coming up on that year. But what are your thoughts of how he's done?
And Rossini has kind of given hope to ASU in a lot of ways, and he's been proactive. He's out in the community. He's engaging. It's just a whole different vibe. And I think more than anything, that has helped kind of change the perception. And then you throw on the fact that they had such a good football season, and certainly give Ray Anderson credit. He hired Kenny Dillingham, but it's just a different vibe under Rossini. Now, the extent to which he can keep it going and the amount of authority he has, relative to Central Campus and President Michael Crow, I think that's still kind of unfolding. But you got to give the guy a lot of credit for what he's been able to do in the first year. It's more than I expected because I just thought he was going to be shackled a little bit more by Central Campus.
And last thing for you.
Yep.
Speaking of document filing, now
Yes.
we're seeing the tax filings of the Pac-12. When you start to get a glance of those numbers, does it kind of give a peek into why the destruction happened?
Well, it does. I mean, it's like the clues to the demise are in there. You see the signs of mismanagement. You see the signs of the Comcast scandal. You see the signs of the Pac-12 network floundering. All the things that people pointed to as reasons the Pac-12 was on unsteady ground, they're all in this. And so it was on Friday, and the Pac-12 released its tax documents for the final year of its existence as a 12-team conference. And you can see revenue drops. So Arizona and Arizona State, for instance, only got about $30 million from the conference. Their peers in the Big 12 that they are now competing against, they were getting 8, 10 million more from the Big 12. Now, that has a big impact on how you staff your football program or your basketball program, your recruiting budget, your resources for nutrition and facilities, all those things. So it kind of paints the picture of these 10 schools that left the conference as playing from behind financially relative to their peers in the Big 12, the Big 10, and the ACC.
Well, for a deep dive on those tax filings, you can head to
Yep.
sports360az.com, and all of John's content is there as well. So appreciate it, John. Always appreciate your time. And we will be back on Sports 360 AZ.
Thanks for having me.